when Michael was shooting Space Jam, I was shooting Lois and Clark. So he came into Warner Brothers. They took over. Now, parking on a movie lot is worth a premium. Like if you have a parking spot, that's like gold. And I had a parking spot because I went to work there all day, every day.
Sure.
Well, one of our big parking lots, Michael took it over, built the Jordan Dome, and had a huge basketball arena and everything. And he wouldn't let it. He'd only let a couple people go in there and play. But he was training for his comeback. He had come back the year before, not won the NBA championship, kind of came to mid-year. Now he was dead serious, and he had, everybody, Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley. I'm in there playing with those guys at lunchtime or whenever I could get in there after. So it was unbelievable. So Michael would let me in. I had gold key, man. He would just be like, and then I was treated like everybody. It was crazy. I saw more. You hear people talk about how he's the most competitive guy ever, but he was. One time we knocked him out. My team knocked him out. He had to go sit down, and I had like 4 baskets in that, right? Because he's like in the middle of the game, he's like, does somebody want to guard him? Does somebody want to guard him? And I was like, holy! And then I hit the winning shot, and he sat down. And then I'm playing the next game, and we had a breakaway, and I threw the ball up and alley-oop to somebody. And I hear this, hey, every dog has his day, and I was like, Jordan is catcalling. He's giving me a hard time right now because I'm rolling. I was like, I never won another game inside the Jordan Dome ever. So, but he was brawling with guys. They're inside. They're like, it's like playground ball, and they're ready to fight. I'm like, that dude is the most competitive dude ever, and God bless, and that's why he's who he is.
Yeah, that's wow. Well, if I ever see you on set, we'll talk Jordan sometime.
Oh God, yeah. I can talk Jordan. I mean, he's the greatest ever. He's the GOAT.
I was recording a video VHS back in the day because I didn't know YouTube was in our future, and so I was recording Jordan. I was recording Jordan games back in the 90s, and I had a stack of them, and I was a huge Jordan fan. And but you were on a team. Your team beat Jordan's team. That's what you're telling me.
Yep.
Wow.
It was a 5-on-5. We were playing to I think 9-by-1. No matter what you shot, it's a 1. Michael was working on his inside game, so we were up like 7-2.
Yeah.
And then he tied it up to 8-8. And we kept going into him. On their side, they go into him on our big guy who was like 6'10", and Michael was working his inside game. And then on our side, we'd go into our big guy, and Michael would defend him. And I was just running around at that point because I figured out what was going on. But I'm a creature of habit. I came off a little screen up top, right at the top of the key. Somebody dished me the ball right away, and without thinking, I just went up and shot it. I wrote a little thing for NBA Magazine, and I shot it. I thought, oh my gosh, if this goes in, Mike sits down because it's straight to 9-by-1s, and it dropped in, and Mike sat down, and he was pissed off.
Oh, that's
just the idea that I had the cojones to take the shot, or just dumb enough to take the shot, worked out to my advantage. But and then he was asked about it on an interview. It was so funny. He's like, did Dean Cain beat you in a basketball? He goes, Dean didn't beat me. Dean didn't beat me. His team, they beat me. They won, but Dean didn't beat me. And I did not. He would have never let me get the shot off. There's no question. He would have told me about it afterward on the way down. You don't ever shoot that on me. Don't ever shoot that on me. And he would do that. And of course, that would tick me off. So I'd try to shoot it on him again. But that's the competitor in me, which I love and respect that in him.